Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to, we're in 2023, folks. Welcome to the first Morning Mindset, Season 2, Episode 1, Morning Mindset. Hopefully enjoyed last year. I think we have some great stuff planned for this year, too. We'll continue to do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And what we do is we set some goals for the day, talk about, business in general. And so far, it's been ball. It's really good to do season 1 of 2022, and I can't wait to see what season 2 has in store for us. So if you're your first time here, here's what we need from you. Where you're at. I need to know what the weather is in your area and what is in your cup. So it's 34 and hazy here. I will take that in January, and we are in the Quad Cities, Iowa-Illinois border. I'm your host, Todd, Morning Mindset, and I've got a little white monster. We've been on that white monster kick. Oh, you guys are going to play along because we're just finishing up a print run. I thought I had timed it just right where it would go ahead and be done about 2 minutes before showtime. It went a little longer. So be it, right? So we've got that rolling off of there. We're going to talk about bundle drops. We're going to talk about the year that is upcoming, what we have planned. And then the other thing I need out of you is your 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? So for our stuff, I've got decals that need printed out. I've got DTF that needs printed. So batch 1, this is rush jobs and stuff that came out here. So that's done so far. I got to look at Valentine's Day special. There's a couple things I want to bring in, but I'm not 100% sure if they will get here in the next week or so. So, excuse me, not 100% sure on that. So I got to do a little more research. I've got invoices to send out. And the other thing I have to do is I have to review the Impressions Expo vendor list and reach out to some people. We're going to set up some meetings, and I want to make sure that we can square away some time with these people, so we can actually have a conversation. There's things I want to do as a creator. There's questions that I need answered from our partners. So I need to be the best that I can be, and the only way that I can do that is by asking questions. So we're going to set up some meetings and go through that. This is just about done. Then I can shut it off. So tomorrow we will be doing a bundle drop. If you missed it, we dropped some bundles over the weekend. It was just a little special that we did, end of year, beginning of year type deal. So we're going to talk about those bundles tomorrow. There's a firefighter bundle, a Mardi Gras bundle, a Valentine's Day bundle, and a Black History Month bundle. All of those were dropped in the last week. And so we're going to talk about those tomorrow, give some away. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to run some flash sales when we do those. So when we have the bundle drops, for like an hour, 2 hours, there's going to be discounted on all of them, not just that one. That one will be, what it is for a discount. But I think that discount is going to apply to all of them, and it will just be for that time frame. So it'll just, I think 2 hours is what we'll do. So you want to get in there, get it, get the discount, get out, right? Love it. So that's tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time for the bundle drop. Like I said, we'll go over the Mardi Gras one, the Valentine's Day one, the firefighter one, the Black History one, and we'll give one away too. So make sure to join in for that show tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central. We'll be back here Friday for Morning Mindset. Next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Morning Mindset. We will be back with Tuesday with Todd next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Central. And so I would make sure I had the right hoodie on. So this is what we're going to talk about, is printing in unique locations. We had this. I'd seen the one where somebody had printed on the collar and printed on a belt. So, we're going to talk about unique locations to kind of elevate your decoration game. How can you stand out from your competition, or some places that you can decorate that you traditionally, give it more of that higher end look, collars, inside of things, neck tags, things like that. So we're going to talk about all of that on next Tuesday with Todd. Now, the other thing coming up this month, 2 weeks from today, we will be on a plane headed to a sunny San Diego, or flying into LA, then going down to San Diego, then coming up for Impressions. But we'll be in California in 2 weeks. So what does that mean for production? So there'll be stuff posted on the site. There'll be stuff posted in the group. While we're gone, of course, no production will be going on. So there'll be no rush jobs from Tuesday. Let me make sure the date is correct here. And I guess I should make sure that the mic sounds good. everything is good right there, right? You can hear it there because I think so. Production, any order that's placed before 10 a.m. Tuesday the 17th, we are going to do our damnedest to get it out before we leave Wednesday morning. So from Tuesday afternoon, anything order after Tuesday afternoon won't be. They'll start being processed when we return on the Monday the 23rd, which 1, 2, 3, 4 still falls in that 3 to 5 business day. There just won't be any rush jobs in that time. There's also going to be a special, so we will run a special as a thank you for waiting till we get back then. But that's in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, we'll be headed out to San Diego. So really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to the Impressions Expo. Looking forward to the party on the yacht. So that's going to be a fun, exciting thing. We'll see how that goes. But that's what we're looking forward in 2 weeks. So let's check in, see how everybody is doing this morning. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. 71 and cloudy there in Florida. Dr. Pepper this morning. I haven't had a Dr. Pepper for a while. I tried to get one the other day and they were all out, so I just went with water. It was crazy. I was like, you know what sounds good? A really big Dr. Pepper. And the gas station was out, so I didn't grab anything at all. I just continued to drink the water. So it wasn't meant to be. So you're printing sublimation transfers, awesome. Running and terminating network cables for sound system. That's always awesome. Barb, good morning to you. 18 beautiful frosty trees outside, water in the cup. Yesterday, it was foggy here, like foggy. We couldn't see the end of the block. It was nuts. Tanya, good morning to you. And Barb's 5 things. DTF quotes, embroider caps, work on spiritware, figure out a hang tag layout. Yeah, hang tag layouts can be fun to figure out, right? First, you got to figure out the size. And then when you're designing it on your computer, everything, okay, yeah, that looks good. Then you got to print one out to make sure that it's going to print well and it's going to look well. So, Barb, good luck with that. FU, Facebook user, guess what? Facebook and Stringer do not play nicely together. So the way we stop that is you just head over to our YouTube channel, fatdadlive.com. That'll get you over to our YouTube channel. And while you're there, make sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell. Then when we go live, you will be notified. In here now, that's plugged in. So we'll power those off. Boom. Done. Right there. Renee, good morning from a foggy. Yeah, it was foggy here. 39, right? Sharon, 39 here. Dallas, enjoying my morning coffee with peppermint creamer. Ooh, yeah, peppermint creamer. That sounds pepperminty. 5 things are up in the air dependent on my nursemaid duties. That is correct. If those that don't know, our little Ella had some hip surgery yesterday, so hopefully it looked like everything is going well with that. But does she have the bell and does she ring it and then you come in? Yes. Is that what goes on there? Good morning to you. Oh, Wendy, I've seen how. Where are you at right now, Wendy? Where are you stuck at right now? Travel has been a nightmare since Christmas for people. It's just not Southwest. It's everywhere because things just got backed up and the weather over the weekend threw some things out right there. So that is just not fun. After the third cancel, got to Denver, called the BFF to come with me. Mike can get me from her house this weekend. Oh, so we've got friends in Denver. So we're stuck there. We would just go stay with them. I've learned that I should probably be friends with people that are in any of my connecting areas. So we've got friends in Chicago, of course. So if something happens, we've got that. We've got friends in the LA area, San Diego area. We've got friends down in Fort Worth. We've got Atlanta. I'm still working on friends. So if you're in Atlanta and want to be my friend and you can host me, if something goes bad traveling, I'd love to be there. But we got it is a nightmare stuff. And we're looking at stuff and we're flying out at the end of the month. We're like, man, we're just hoping that everything is cleared up by then because we fly. I believe we're flying here to Denver to LA. I think that's how it goes. Or it's here, Dallas, Denver. Here, Denver, LA. There, Denver home on the way back, I believe. I don't know. So we fly out on that Wednesday morning. We get back on the Sunday night. We'll have Monday in the office. But Corey pretty much won't be here because then she turned around and leaves for Punta Cana the following day. So that one day they're doing the stay in park or whatever hotel and getting up from there. So it's a travel month and it is confusing. This is why I drive. No stranded airline crap. So traditionally, if it's within 6 hours, I'll drive. Anything more than that, I am just not a driver. I get antsy. I get cranky. I'm just not a good. I guess I probably could, but I need a passenger that will be a good navigator, or that we could swap out. Um, Last time we just did a quick jaunt down to the Children's Hospital, and Corey drove, which was probably one of the first times that's happened for us. And I was able to get so much work done because I had just an hour and a half just to sit over there and do. So that is one of the good things about driving, if you have somebody that can split those duties for you, because you can still get stuff done. Otherwise, I'm a fly guy. Like, let me get in there, let me get out. Which Brian, what was the date of? Did we get a date last night for the Shirt Labs event in New Orleans? I mean, can we talk about it? And it is in July. I think it's the end of July, like hot in July. So we'll be looking at that, and we will be flying in. I'm almost 100% sure we're going to go to that. I need to check the schedule and see where things fall with the summer stuff, but I'm almost positive we'll be able to swing that over there. Nick, she's waving. We'll wave back. Everybody wave to Ella. I'm actually sleeping on her floor since she is tethered to an ice machine and is non-weight bearing. Oh, the drive home from the south end last night was scary as hell. It was crazy. So we left here. I keep saying one of these days I'll get out of here early, and it just hasn't happened yet. We had so much come in from the New Year's special that we ran from Friday night through Monday. That yesterday was a long day. I was in here before 6, and we didn't leave till it was just about 6. But leaving when we couldn't see the end of the block, I'm like, oh, this will be great. Get on the interstate, and you just in the distance you see the red light, and you're like, all right, is that car tail lights, or is that street lights? What is that? And you're like, okay, it's not moving too much, so it's street light. So we got up, ended up at UPS, dropped stuff off. In between the time of dropping UPS and it was like the fog lifted. It was nuts because we couldn't see more than, like I said, a block in front of us. I go into UPS, I turn around, come out, get on the frontage road, hit the main road, and I could see it. It was crazy, but it is not nice. Ooh, look, Nashville. I got somebody in Nashville. I'm gonna stay with Trish down there. Yeah, Nashville sounds like it. Corey is a great car napper. She's gotten better though. When I said, "Hey, I need you to stay awake and help me with this," usually, it's once we get on the road. Okay, where is there anything important that I need to do over there? In the in between thing, just sleep. I just can keep it straight going from there. Drove to Phoenix from St. Louis in February 2020. Podcast, Spotify, Audibles. I just fly, man. I just got to fly. July 29th. So, New Orleans, July 29th. Shirt Labs. That is, I think the cat is almost out of the bag on that. We look to be going for that. I actually I need to get interviewed by him. I saw the email come through from Marshall for that, so I'm going to set that up today because they want to get those. They're doing another virtual event later on this year, and I think that's March. I think March is when they're looking at doing that. So, of course, when that becomes available, I'll make sure to get you guys our affiliate link to that because, hey, every little bit helps. But you're going to be able to get in there. The last time, it was really awesome. There was so much quality information in there. And I feel, it helps every business. Doesn't matter what stage your business in. If you're just doing this as a hobby and maybe one day you want to take, your apparel decoration, your gift making, whatever to the next level, take all the classes that you can get. Take all the information that you can find. Do your best with that and apply that. Now, some of it won't apply to you. Some of it may be, way over your head. But guess what? You'll eventually get there. I look at it where I was comfortable with where I was in our business and how we could, do it. I was like, all right, cool. This is where it is. This is where it's going to be. But I wasn't satisfied. I'm like, I knew it could do better, but I needed to be around people that were doing business 10, 20 times what I was. When I see people doing what I do in a year and they do it in a month or in some instances a week, I'm like, okay, what are they doing and how are they doing it? What can I do to get there? So that's 23 for us. We are going to look at changing our processes. We're going to look at changing up some of the systems that we do, and we're going to be the best damn business that we can be. We're going to be real and authentic with you. We're very transparent. You see me 5 times a week, so it's not like I can run and hide. You guys are going to be right there along with it, which is a good lead in to what we have going on in next week, next Wednesday. All right, so you've got a week. I'm giving you a week to figure this out. I need 3 things out of you guys. I need to know, a short-term goal, a medium goal, and a long-term goal. What does that mean? What your 3-month goal is, what your 6-month goal is, and what your 1-year goal is. What you have to get accomplished in 23. What do you want to have accomplished by July and January, March, and what do you want to have accomplished by April? So we're going to talk about those. We're going to set those goals. We're going to make a spreadsheet. I'm going to put everybody's goal on there. So you'll put it in here. I think I'm going to create a form. We'll put that on there so you can go fill it out. It'll be a perfect little sweet spot for it, and then I can add the other ones on there. But this is the way we're going to all hold each other accountable, right? Here's our goals. Here's what we're going to do. How can we hold each other accountable? And we'll check in with those. Hey, how are you doing with goals? So we'll take one of the Wednesday shows a month and be like, hey, where are you on your goals? How are things looking? What can we do to help? So we're looking at that as something to not only help you, but also help me. I need to be held accountable. And the way that happens is by putting it out there, and then you guys get it. For us, some of the things that we're working on is we really need to work on our influencer side of things, our affiliate marketing. We need to get our YouTube channel in order. We need to get our Facebook in order. We need to get our Instagram. We've got a big jumbled, all around of stuff. So we're going to try and condense everything down in. We do have a couple different programs that we are working with to help us schedule things easier. Part of Long Beach, like I said, is meeting up with some of our partners, so that way we can see, hey, what do you need out of us? What do you expect out of us? How can we help each other be better? Because I think I have a pretty good knowledge base of what it takes to go from that hobby to that 6-figure business, which when you look at it, yeah, that's a great milestone, but what's next? Maybe you just want to be able to, give you that vacation. You don't want to get to that 100,000. Okay, not a problem. And then even on that, you can sell one job that's $100,000, and it might only, have a 5%. So you might only make $5,000 off of it. How do you figure out things like that? I need to be better for you, and you need to be better for me. What do I mean? What do I need you to be better for me? I need your ideas on things. I need, like when we're talking business stuff coming up, we're going to start White Toner Wednesday. That's probably going to start in February, where every Wednesday we're going to drop a video with stuff on the White Toner. So that way that has its own standalone Wednesday free video drop on it. Tuesday with Todd. Any ideas, things that you see, trends, anything like that, and it doesn't have to be just sublimation. It can be heat transfer vinyl. It can be sign vinyl. It can be rhinestones. It can be white toner transfers. It can be DTF transfers. Eventually, it'll be laser. There's things that we can talk about on that, and you're going to help me with that, because without you guys, that show doesn't exist. So I need your input on that, on things that you would like to see for it, and then what we can do from there. Look at that, George. Yeah, good morning. We'll see George shortly. Your stuff's printed out for you when you get in here too. Wendy, my things, whiskey sampling. Ooh, cigar sampling. Oh, and dinner out. Damn, that sounds like a travel stop that is not bad at all. Classes half full, BFF time after a hard week with my grandmother. Yeah, that sounds like an amazing layover. Way to go there. Oh, you got stuck in that Southwest mess returning from Cabo. A lot of people did with that. Patty, happy to be in the mountains of Central Washington. Hello, with a son who's a pilot. So I need to go to a show or two. Very nice. So for shows for us, we're hitting Impressions Expo, which is here in middle of the month, right? That show is the 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, right? Yeah, there's an all-day stuff on Thursday, but it goes that Thursday through Sunday. We will be there on Friday, Saturday. We're flying back out on Sunday, so we'll be there 2 days, Friday, Saturday for it. FU, good morning, Facebook user. Remember, Facebook and Streamer do not always play nice together. So if you just head over to fatdadlive.com. That's the YouTube side. We'll be able to see what your screen name is, and while you're there, make sure to like and subscribe. One of the things that I am horrible at that I haven't been doing is making sure that we're posting all of our links to all of our affiliates. So that is something that's going to change. I said I'm working with somebody to help build our social media side of things. I let that fall off in the fourth quarter, 100% my fault, because I was like, oh, I'm working. So I was working in the business and not on the business. I was going against what I was telling myself. I stopped scheduling out time blocks to do it because I just wanted to get orders out. And that did nothing. That got those orders out there, but it did nothing for the future of the business. So that's why we need to get back to that schedule, taking that time, doing those time blocks. Here's what we're going to do. Here's the time that we're scheduling stuff. Here's the time that we're posting stuff. Here's the time that we're working on the business, not in it. So I said going through and scheduling out time for me to look at the stuff for Valentine's Day. There's things that I need to see if we can get in here. I need to schedule out the time to look at this stuff for impressions so I can make sure that I see the booths I want to see and talk to the people I want to talk to. So we definitely need to do more of that. And that's what I'm getting on there for you. Good morning to you, Kelly. Coffee in the cup, waiting for our 45 to 60 mile hours. Batten down the hatches. Man, yeah. That wind can get ridiculous. I look forward to the white tuna drop in February. Me too. It's something, it's its own beast, right? And are we going to show soft goods on it eventually? Is it something I'm confident in? 100% not. Why? There's a marrying process. There's things that I just haven't done with it that I don't know. So I'm going to have to learn, and you're going to follow along with that journey for it. Hard substrates, we did awesome with it, and that's where it can really shine for us. And so we can show, hey, all you need is to have these blanks in stock, and you can use them for all of this different stuff. You can get a sheet of transfers and have this on there for it. So we're going to show how we're going to use that in our business, where it will really help out at, and things like that. It can be a fun and exciting thing. It can also be a very stressful thing. And I don't think if you're in this business, if you don't have a stressful moment, then you're not trying hard enough. I fully believe that. But so what else do we have? Let me recap on it. We talked about that. So tomorrow, bundle drop, 2 p.m. We're going to drop a new link. So that way people can go in there, register to win one of the bundles. You'll get to pick from that. We'll talk about those. Next, we'll be back for Morning Mindset on Friday. Next week, full week, Morning Mindset, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Tuesday with Todd at 5 p.m. We're going to talk about pressing in unique locations, kind of elevate your branding, elevate your customer art. We're going to talk about how, unique things to do on that. And then, Thursday is another bundle drop. So we've got a lot of stuff here. What's Kelly's 5 things? Since we aren't in the shop today, my 5 things are budgeting for the year, goal setting, working on graphics, billing, and bookkeeping. See, you don't always have to be in the shop to work, right? Hey, you can be out of the shop and work. I worked over the weekend and I wasn't in the shop. There's a lot of upcoming things that I'm setting time for production. I'm setting time to work on the business because I need to get these processes in place. I think you might be surprised to see some of the goals that we're going to set for this year, but I set some unrealistic goals, and I'm not saying that they're unrealistic. I did say they're unrealistic, but they were not actionable resources because I just set a goal, but I didn't say how I was going to get there. What was I going to do to get there? You can't just, I'm just going to do this and it's magically going to happen. I need to get things in place because if not, it's just words. And so we need to really, buckle down and get our shit together, right? There's things that I want to do with the business. I want to hire somebody in to handle all the DTF side of it so I can just work on the other side of it. I can work on the business building. I can work on helping front build out. I can work on the social media side of things. I can work on the influencer side of things, which sounds just a weird thing. I'm not an influencer. If I influence you to buy something, it's awesome. But I'm here to tell you my experiences with things that we've tried, things we like, things we dislike, places that we work with, places that we wouldn't work with. We're there to be all a part of it for you. So hopefully you can be a part of it. It was weird. I felt something sticking me and it was screwed. Now I don't know where it's coming from. So I got to figure out where that is. Yep, that's 100% right. I need those action steps. So that's why I said we're going to talk goals, and then from there we'll be to say, okay, what are the action steps that you're taking to get to these goals? So, next Wednesday, you have till next Wednesday to get a hold of get a grip on what you're going to do. 3 things out of you: 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. So that way we can put them in the spreadsheet and go there, right? The big, hairy, audacious goals, right? And it was big, but I had no action to it. I started to in the fourth quarter, pushing to where it needs to be, but I just fell off. I worked too much I work too much in the business, and there is no growth when you work in the business 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days. When you're a production worker, you have a job then. And is it a fulfilling job? No. You start to resent it. You're not 100% sure if you love it anymore. You think, I can go work for somebody else, make this same amount of money, have vacation, have everything that goes on with it. So I need to stop doing that. And it sucked. I mean, I love what I'm doing. I love interacting with you guys even more. That's where I think my passion really is. I love when somebody sends us, here's a review and says, hey, I was able to do this order with little to no effort. I thought it wasn't something I was able to do. Tom and his team helped me through it by making the right choices, picking out right garments, going through it with there. That's what I love to see. I want every one of you to be 10 times more successful than I have been. I do. I want to see it. I want to say, hey, that's awesome. I want to see that growth. I want to see that move from there. So that's one of the things that I need to do better in 2023. Yeah, I do have a screw list, and we know that, right? And here's, speaking of me having a screw loose, I am not everybody's cup of tea. If you drink tea, that's fine. I'm not going to drink it often, but you find your people, you find who you connect with, and some people just resonate more with you. Some people you feel more connected to with others, just like with some companies you feel more connected with than others. What I always say is the biggest thing is on the service on the back end. Anybody can sell you equipment, anybody can sell you transfers, anybody can sell you materials, anybody can sell you everything. But what's that service on the backside? If you're saving $5, to go with company A, but company B provides you with a lot more information, a lot more training, a lot more hands-on, a lot more thing, that's worth that $5 to pay. You're paying, that's why it's $5 more. You're paying for that expertise in the field. So it isn't always about pricing. The other thing too is if you're paying more for something and you properly know what your numbers are, you know how to properly figure out what your numbers are. That's what I was going with. You're then able to say, okay, yep. So if this cost me this, then that's what I'm basing my pricing off of. Pretty simple, right? I don't want to sell on price. I want to sell on value. I want to sell on what we bring to the table. And we try and do that with every job that we do. Sometimes can price be an issue in it? Yeah. But, tell me if I'm wrong when I say that some of your worst customers are the ones that are your bottom customers, right? They're the ones that, want stuff the cheapest. They want stuff, fastest with no rush fees. They want, and they're not willing to give. Well, some of your best customers, they just send you stuff and say, yep, I need 10 of these, 20 of these, 100 of these. I need on this, and that's it. You invoice it, you send it back, you're done, right? There's no hem-hawing around about it. They know what their cost is on stuff. Okay, cool. Those are the customers that you want, and those are the customers that we want more of. We fired a couple customers, in December where I said it's just not a good fit, and here's why. I've given you every opportunity to fix your artwork, to show what was wrong with it, to show why it did what it did, and all you wanted to do was blame for things not turning out the way that you expected them to turn out. Listen, if you send a JPEG that's the size of a stamp and you expect it at large at 11 by 11 to be crystal clear, it's not going to happen. He showed you that. It's not going to happen. If you send stuff where half of your artwork in your design is mirrored and half of it isn't, guess what? Half of your stuff is going to show up mirrored and half of it is going to show up not. You submitted the artwork with it. You have backgrounds behind pictures. We tell you, hey, some of the times we just don't catch it, right? We try our best, but sometimes there might be a couple pieces in your gang sheets that weren't removed. We're just a printer. So we do our best to give you the tools to succeed. But if you are not taking those and advancing your craft and doing it, like I'm 100% down with everybody asking questions. Hey, how do I do this? You get a drink in here. Hey, does this look good? Hey, it's the first time doing this. I'm not 100% sure. Did I do it right? Just let you know. You're including that in the notes. You send an email with it. Maybe like, nope, this is what we're seeing on it. Here's what we need. Okay, they do it. Hey, okay, let me do this. Nope, still the same thing. What what program are you using? And then they tell the program, okay, here's what I know about how to do that. They're going, oh, I didn't realize that I forgot to click the box for transparent Kraken or unclick it or whatever it is, depending on the program you're in. So they're able to do it. I'm so sorry. Like, hey, listen, you realized there was a problem. Wife realized there's a problem. I showed you there's a problem. You tried to fix it. You kept going until you fixed that problem. You became smarter out of this. And all I did was just direct you. So that's great. It's going to I'll spend the time now to make my life easier down the road when you're able to send stuff. And sometimes things just happen. You get in such the groove of doing it, you forget, oh, I forgot to click this button or do that. I had somebody this morning that they submitted 2 orders yesterday afternoon, and they submitted one late last night. The 2 that were submitted throughout the day, beautiful, no issues. The one that they submitted at like 11:45 at night, forgot the background still with it. So I sent them an email this morning. I know they know what they're doing. They just forgot to hit the button. They were working late. A lot of people have day jobs, so their night, excuse me, their time to hustle is at night. Right, you're doing that. You're working that that 6 to midnight. It's 6 to 2 in the morning. You're going on little sleep because you're working throughout the day. You're busting your ass to grow your little business. And hey, I applaud that. That's what we did, and we kept going until it was at a place to sustain us. And I'm telling you, every day I still wonder. Hey, did I make the right decision? But I still have that one if. We still have 0 sale days. I'm not going to sit here and say, yep, every day is $1,000 sale day. It's not. Would I like it to be? Absolutely. But is it? No. That's just the reality of it. Some days we spend doing invoicing, sending out quotes, doing everything, and there might not be any orders that come in, but there's production going on. There's other things. So don't let that get you down if you have a 0 day. Celebrate the wins. Celebrate the losses. The losses will help you celebrate the wins even more. So we've been doing this way too long. Over 30 minutes today. Thank you all so much for joining us. Remember, tomorrow, bundle drop at 2 p.m. Central. We've got the firefighter bundle. We've got the Black History Month bundle. We've got the Valentine's Day bundle. We've got a Mardi Gras bundle. So we're going to show some of those off. You're going to have your chance to win, but you got to be live. We're also going to have a special discount code that'll go on Ready to Press DTF transfers during that time. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow during the live, and it should come out in an email blast. Friday, we'll be back here with Morning Mindset. Morning Mindset Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Wednesday is the goal day. Get sure you have those. Tuesday with Todd, we're going to talk about pressing in unique locations. So peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time. Where's the outro button? Whatever. First show of the year, right? Of course, you're going to scream it. There it is. See you guys next time.